It's recording now. Everybody mics are down. Okay, so it's recording. Let me get this pulled up. Alrighty, I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself.
Yes.
Then you'll go first. Then Jay will go, and then we will.
Oh, you just want me to say my name? Can I just say my name? Like, what precisely do you want me to say?
Just say your name. Just say, I'm
Okay.
Dana from North Carolina, South Carolina. Not even like a helicopter. Oh, just whatever. We're gonna talk about what you do, your soap. What was it? Shea butter and oatmeal flakes. You know, all that good old stuff.
Gotta promote yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shea butter and oatmeal flakes,
Oh, what's what I'm talking about?
body butter,
Body butter. Okay. I'm gonna talk about all that.
and goat milk soap.
Okay.
But
stand
no,
up.
that's not what I was
It's
gonna
live.
talk about.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go, y'all. Let me
I
switch
don't
this
really
over.
want to just. Can I just introduce
Come on.
myself? I'll just introduce myself.
Sir, do you have a phone?
Yeah? What about it?
Give this man 77 dollars.
What?
Is that not enough? Some legendary heroes as well. Do you have a phone? Yeah, what about it? Give her 777 dollars for free. And the legendary hero Lucky. I have a phone. Give me 777 Sweet Jewels. Sorry, you didn't download State of Survival using the link in this video. I cannot give you those 777 dollars. But for today only, if you use the link below this video to download the game, you will get 777 dollars for free. Besides, you will also get.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, back again on Open Mic with Colorful Thought Podcast. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I got two of my crew members with me today. We've been having a ball. When I tell you we've been having a ball, we've been having a ball. But I've been dying to get these two on the mic. So here we are live in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going to go ahead and let the lady go first and she can introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Dana, the up-and-coming creator for Life with Dana blog.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and let this guy get his thing in.
All right. We are in Jacksonville, Florida. And when you hear Jacksonville, Florida, for those that know, we say Duval.
Duval.
And that's where we at, it's Duval County. But it's me, Jay Joseph, with J Money Secrets. I believe in wealth. I believe we all should be wealthy over riches. It's my pleasure to be here with Chris and Dana today.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So it's open mic. So y'all know how I do open mic. Open mic, we talk about something, everything. This is really should be fun because we have a lot of debates in between us three all the time. It's always 2 against 1, but we ain't gonna say why, but but we're gonna get into that today. So we're gonna get into that. But the lines are open. Phone number is 407-480-0558. You can call. We are wide open right now for any calls. But all right, so today, well, we came together to brainstorm, get our ideas out of head, share it in between everybody, and with each other, because we're all about empowering each other, making money, and how we can teach it to our people. But that's one of the time, the reason why we get together a lot on phone. But this is our first podcast, which I'm gonna really enjoy this one. So who wants to go first?
Man, well,
What we want? I mean, I know what we want to talk about, but what do we want to talk
I
about?
just want to emphasize something you said, Chris.
Okay, go ahead.
First of which, your network determines your net worth.
Okay.
And that's why I'm next to these individuals here.
Yeah, that's right. I hit the wrong button and everything. So I was supposed to ding, ding. That's what we're doing around here. But yes, that is true. That is true. So, okay, I'm going to start with Dana. Dana,
Yes.
we've been knowing each other for about 15 plus years.
Yes.
Okay, we all been through thick and thin with each other. You don't have a lot of
Yes.
ventures. one of the things that I was very impressed with is starting a business with your daughter, your girls.
Yes.
So talk about the girls, talk about the business, and how you feel it's important to start with them young and all that, with the business like. And you also do, you still do credit repair. So you done that, and that's something I can't remember. Was it something else?
And the blog.
And a blog, yes. So first, let's talk about the girls. Then we're gonna jump on the blog, and then we're gonna talk about how important it is for people to repair their credits and what are some tips you can give them. And then we're gonna pass the mic on over here to my right, to my main man over here, Jay Money, and we're gonna get it right. All right, so Dana, you gotta kind of talk into the mic, please, and tell us about what's going on. Talk to the people. They want to know.
So
You're the only female in the crew, so it's kind of, tell them about it.
yeah, it's always 2 against 1 with you two.
Oh, is it?
Always 2 against 1.
Oh, I was talking
Shots
about.
fired.
Okay.
yeah, shots
already.
fired. You're right, Jay. Shots fired.
Whoa, man, it's hot already up in here.
And it's gonna get even hotter. So let's go. So I became a single mom. I've always been an entrepreneur, and I knew that in America today, if you don't know how to take care of yourself, you don't know how to make money out of absolutely nothing, it's going to be really hard. Even with a regular conventional job, you're still going to struggle. So I knew when I had my girls, I had to teach them basically how to, make extra money when times are hard, because a conventional job doesn't pay the bills. So I taught my daughters, we came up with an idea of shea butter way back in 2014. And we wanted to go back to the basics of how to basically take care of yourself without all the chemicals and other things like that, just natural stuff. So we came up with the shea butter, or we came up with a body butter. It's 4 ingredients, all natural. And we marketed it, and it actually did really, really well. That with all natural oils and goat milk soap.
Goat milk soap.
Yes.
So we put goat milk in soap form and putting on our bodies now. That's what
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So people who have skin problems, or just want your skin to be healthier, glowing like you did, when you were a kid and your mama used to make you throw the shea butter on before you
Right,
walked
right.
out the house. And your skin always glowed. We didn't have the eczema
We need
issues.
Vaseline.
I was ashy.
Jay, somehow or another, I believe that.
I told
So
you,
you
I was
wanna-
greasy
you wanna
as
start?
hell. I had dirt sticking to me for the Vaseline.
This is why I can't take y'all nowhere. So, yeah, so basically I taught them, look, this is how, when times get hard, you got to do what you got to do. Use your
Right.
creativity. My daughters jumped into it and they made it rock. They got their friends involved, and we used to do shows and things like that. So, yeah,
All right, and Dana, can I jump in and say one thing?
go for it.
I know there's 2 words that you and Chris use. Well, 2 words that both of you guys use.
What's that?
Or statements that you guys use.
What's up?
And you guys said, make money.
Make
right?
money.
Always.
The difference between earning money, making/creating money. We
Yes.
have to get in a position where we are making money, and not just earning money. Why is that? Normally, as Dana just said, a conventional job does not pay the bills and expenses.
Correct.
With these conventional jobs, we're doing what we're trading our most valuable non-renewable resource, i.e. our time, for $1.
For $1.
So we don't make money while we sleep. And then normally means, well, what, only one stream of income. How many streams of income, audience, you guys should we have?
I like to say, shit, it's unlimited for me. I like to have it coming in.
Hey, big facts. Big facts.
Well, at least have your couple of them going.
Exactly. At least 7 to 8 streams.
Oh,
of
really?
income.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
7 to 8.
That's
And
true.
I read this in a book, right? It's the chapter is Ecclesiastes, and it's chapter 11, verse 1 and 2. What does it say in the NIV verse? It says, "Spread your grain across the seas, for one day it shall come back to you. Invest in 7 yet 8 ventures, because you never know the desolation of the land." So having one stream of income is too close to having 0. So let's make sure we diversify income. Back to you, Dan.
So can I take that one step further?
Hey, take it 2.
You ready?
Let's go.
All right, so the other reason why you also have 7 to 8 sources of income is because when one of them falls through, you still have the other ones to lean on. And you also have enough time to go ahead and bring back up that one that fell. And because I'm a nerd, yeah, when that one does fall through, that also helps on your taxes. Because then we kind of go into the whole Donald Trump thing, you know, we file bankruptcy.
Right.
That helps with your taxes.
And
We call it a trash business, a throwaway business. And it helps
Right.
on your taxes.
yeah,
Tax write-off.
I mean, they get deep when you talk about Trump,
yeah.
though, because not
And
only-
well, I just said it was a referral.
right.
We all know how we feel about that, but still. But anyway, so back to the topic. Yeah, I taught my
we
girls
was
how
on
to
the
do
topic.
that.
Okay.
Well, we were
my
on,
bad.
it was a slight break in it.
Oh,
We were
it's a
talking
break.
about the body butters and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
So
the
you're
girls
going
being
back to the body butter.
entrepreneurs.
Okay.
The girls being entrepreneurs.
Yes. Let's go back to
So,
that. Hey, girls.
You know, they'll say it like, "Hey, Uncle Chris." But so yeah, I taught them how to do that. So as a result of that, my 19-year-old has started her own YouTube channel, and she makes nice money. She makes her car note and her insurance payment every daggone month. That's all I care about.
That's tight.
But yeah, and she has her other
She need to
ventures.
teach me that. I'm trying to get on like that my dang self.
Okay.
We're talking about that this weekend.
Well-
Why you holding back on the stream of income, man?
Right.
And the 14-year-old started her own business in school. So they made their own amounts of money, and, you know, yeah. Had to teach them how to take care of themselves in case anything happens. They can take care
And
of
that's
themselves.
important because a lot of parents, I didn't get that teaching. I didn't get that teaching to how to take care of myself. I got the teaching of you're gonna do as I say, or you're gonna get your ass up out of this house. But so I did the best thing I knew how. I'm gone. But anyway, that's a whole other story, new podcast. But yeah, it is great to teach the children at a young age and go from there. Because even with mine, I taught them in a different way as far as if you bring me half what you want to get, I give you the other half. So that made them hustle to go get the money. So they actually started a lawn service. That's how they got the money. And before they realized, as they was growing and keeping up with this, it went from, I didn't have to give half, Dad, I want to take you out to lunch. What? I like that, you know what I'm saying? So, and then they formed the same five that grew up together, kept the lawn service, and they still had their same block as a child, and it was expanded from block to block. So they did that for quite a while. So I know how important it is to teach them. So especially when you have girls, you know, you have nothing but girls. So this, you know, and we don't always want them to depend on another man to bring the bag in for them, because I always find it sexy that a woman can bring the bag in along with you.
What's better than one bag?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Too, you know what I'm saying? So that's very important that you did do that. So I salute you on that part.
Yeah, man, train up a child early, man, and they can follow that. You know, growing up in our communities, a lot of times we don't see the ingenuity, the creativity in our culture. We see in order for us to be rich or wealthy, we have to do what? Entertain.
Right.
Whether it's singing, jumping, sweating for you.
No.
And then there's also the opportunities to where now we have to be an athlete, we have to have a wicked jump shot, or we got to be able to tell jokes.
Sure.
Or growing up where I come from, I also seen it from an illegal standpoint. I had cousins that were dope boys or scammers, right? And I'm like, man, if I want to become wealthy, I gotta rap like Lil Wayne, jump shot like Jordan, or be like my cousin, I ain't gonna call his name, and sell drugs. So
Right.
I didn't have that example of what black wealth looked like from outside of the entertainment industry. But I grew up hearing what money doesn't grow in trees. But what they didn't tell me is where money did grow.
Right.
And it's like I went on this pursuit. I had to go on this journey on my own. And then I got to a point where they said, you want to have something for me? Put it into a book. I started reading. So that book opened my mind. You know, one of the first books I read was by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
That book helped
It's a
me
good book.
start to think about creating money and working smart versus only working hard. So I encourage everyone, read. When you read, you get ideas, you get concepts.
Damn, man, you know what's so crazy though?
What's that?
I teach that. I say that all the time. We don't read.
Yeah.
And I made a post on Facebook. Reading made me wealthy. Because if I never have got into the books and knowing the knowledge and was able to network and find people that knew the put in the missing gaps, everything. I've been happy ever since because I got back into the books because that's one thing we lack of. We don't get into books, but it's so crazy because a lot of people are so knowledgeable with sports. They'll tell you stats all day.
His son was born this day. His
Yeah.
first pitch was this.
But they won't. You can't tell you nothing out of the book, bro. They can't tell you nothing. When you give them a book, I don't know about this, and you got a lot of them that YouTubers and be on the internet. They love researching stuff that don't matter or not going to improve their lives.
Facts.
And I say that a lot. We have to get back in the books because that's what they always have done from way before our generation, way before slavery, or during slavery is actually when they started. If any slave that can read they're gonna kill it
I wonder why they didn't want us to read.
because they knew how powerful it will be. Our mindset put us back in the game where we need to be placed at, and we do, but we definitely need to get back in the game with the reading. I tell people I share books that I read, I share books I order, I buy. And I think people just think I'm just putting that stuff up there just to be putting it, but it's full of knowledge to the world. You get to meet people like this and be able to brainstorm and get a couple dollars and flip the monies and stuff like that. So, Dane, let me ask.
Ask me.
You know what you got the girls. So you didn't touch on the list. I wasn't paying attention. I hope I was paying attention. So credit repair.
I don't do credit repair. You've been saying this for years.
Okay, what you do?
I don't do credit repair.
What you do?
I do credit counseling.
Credit counseling. To me, it's the same thing.
No, it's
but
not. Two different things.
You let me finish the sentence.
Because I know you.
Sometimes women do that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Also, credit, not credit repair, credit counseling. So you've been doing credit counseling for how long now? Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, I know.
I know that's a long time.
Since 2010.
Okay.
2009, 2010, somewhere around about there. No,
No, it's
no. It does go back farther than
Yeah,
that,
let's
doesn't
go
it?
back farther than that. 'Cause we've been knowing each other way before then. You was already doing it.
2005. 2005, yeah.
I
2005.
could be safe,
Yeah.
So when you say, I say credit repair and you say credit counseling, can you explain to the people the difference?
Okay, so credit repair is actually, you guys hear about Lexington Law, creditrepair.com. So what they are actually credit counseling. But I'm gonna be really honest with everybody. So the reason why they say that is because they're actually trying to get Black business. What they actually do is go in and actually write letters. Everything that you can do for yourself. They write letters, they send off the letters, they challenge the credit reporting agencies, all three of them, to get the stuff removed from your credit report. That's actually what they're doing. Credit repair is where they actually go in, put a code against your credit report, the items that you're disputing, and get it temporarily blocked while it's in dispute from your credit report. It's going to come back. Either it's going to come back in 180 days, 365 days. Sometimes you can stretch it up to 2 years, but it's going to come back. So you're paying for a service that really doesn't work. And then credit counseling is, basically they go in, they dispute it, and basically they help you get yourself to where you can do it on your own.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Well, Jay, me and Jay met through Dana here.
Yeah.
This one right. Yeah. That's I think. That's
Why?
Yeah, you are Dana. Yeah.
Why?
I'm just saying,
Why?
you the
See,
one.
y'all don't want me to shoot
Okay.
fire. Like, I
Okay.
will shoot. Oh, my
Okay.
God, I will throw some shade.
All right, so we definitely have we met that way. It's been about 2 years now.
Yeah.
About 2 years.
It feels like 20, man.
I know, right? It really does. I remember
been 2.5, but
first
go
time
ahead.
we met, and we was here in Florida. We was in Orlando, and we met at Miller's Ale House, and I walked away saying, "Damn, I like this brother. This brother sharp. You can tell his energy good. He can match up with me. I like that. That was on my stage of trying to build. building a team and everything. And Dana was helping me build the team. And she said, "Hey, I got somebody for you. You got to meet this cat. Y'all two just alike. You got to meet this one." All right, well, shoot me his number. Let me talk to him. We did. And so here we are once again. We've been all different kind of places, met different places, and been out here networking hard. Truthfully, I want to say to Jay is his networking skills is golly, y'all. He put me to shame, so I had to step my game up. And that's the reason I go hard at networking because of Jay. Because every time I turn around, where you at, Jay? Shit, I'm out of country right now, man. I'm somewhere over here in this seminar doing this. I'm like, dang, this cat. Okay, let's meet up again. Jay, where you at? Oh man, I just left that. I'm over here. Okay, I'm sitting down being still too much, and I'm tired of it. So, thank you, Jay, for boosting up my network skills. I appreciate you, dude. I really do. I appreciate that. I get what dudes at. Yeah, I get the process. So Jay, me and you talked a lot, and so you into the stock markets and stuff like that, trading and option stocks and stuff like that. And I have another part, Don. Shout out to you. He's into that too. But tell us a little bit what got you in that, and some tips and stuff how people can get into or get in contact with you or whatever, how the case be.
I got you. First thing I want to say is I remember the first time that we met. You skipped out on the bill and I had to pay an air house. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
My cheese and fries was cold. Right.
So Chris is right. One thing it is for me, like having a nice house and nice cars, those are dope. But travel gives me the experiences, and in a way, what I say is my life is a vacation, right? Because what I bought back my time. How did I buy back my time? By having passive streams of income, more than one. So as I mentioned before, growing up, trying to understand what black wealth looked like when you didn't know what a financial advisor was, especially a black financial advisor, I went down this path of deciding what I wanted to do. I created a goal. I want to create at least 100 millionaires, right? It's preferably those that look like me. And then yet again, as a man thinketh, so is he. So I was always on this pursuit. And then I eventually got to the books and information, which led me to networking, right? So in 2007, I became a licensed financial advisor. Why? I networked with the individual that was in my accounting class that told me about, finances. And I was getting my bachelor's in accounting. So I took the risk, but I had to get my Series 7 and my Series 66 exams. I had to stop my life as far as the partying, clubbing, the women, for about 3 months.
Okay, hold on. Please repeat that one more time.
Here
I
we
had
go.
to sacrifice those things that allowed me to accumulate liabilities and things that were not adding value to my life in order to get to where I wanted to get to. I told myself the women's gonna beat us. Dynamite. And I said, so yet again, and Chris made a great point earlier. He's getting back to reading. We can't get away from what works, right?
Right.
It's so easy to get caught up in the things that do happen, but remember what works.
Mm-hmm.
So I took those 3.5 months to study for these exams, and then I got my license. And man, I was the happiest person in the world. I took the risk, and if I didn't pass, I lose my job. I didn't have any income coming in. But the thing is, I was still in college. As I tell people now, after school is when the learning starts. After I got those exams, the learning started, right? I learned the orthodox way of managing money. Financial advisors, when we hear financial advisors don't teach people, the orthodox financial advisor doesn't teach people how to get wealthy. They help manage money that people already have.
Right.
Yep.
Right? So that's why I had to literally fire my boss and become my own boss, because I knew what I wanted to teach people was how to build wealth and not just, helping those that want to get money to be able to manage. So when I got into that industry, a wise man hears something and further his knowledge. So I started learning what a mutual fund is, what a stock is. And then I took a step back and I analyzed myself. All right, Jay, what kind of individual are you? I'm a person that I normally know if I want to get something done, if I do it, it's going to get done. I work hard. But then I also understood I wanted something what I call recession proof. No matter what the economy is up, the economy is down, the market's up, the market's down. I wanted something that's going to be sustainable.
Right.
So then I learned about the stock market. I read books about it, yet again, reading. Then I listened to YouTube videos. Then I started applying that knowledge. And then I realized that, man, I'm making money, but then I was quickly losing it as well. And that went on for about a year or so. So what did I do? The number one thing you all can do, invest in yourself. I went to a financial conference. I met a young lady that was trading, and then I paid for her course and I signed up. And then I was able to make, 6 figures in a 3-month time frame. From what? Investing in myself.
I don't think they really understand what you just said.
They don't.
Investing in yourself in a way where it's going to improve. Not investing in yourself so you can show out to try to impress the next person by what you got on. That's not, to me, that's not investing in yourself at all.
No.
What this man just said was he invested in himself. He read the books. He met a young lady. He took went to the conference, got on in her class, and now he's making money.
Correct.
Making money out of thin air. Y'all don't even understand that. This is what he do. Invest in himself.
Facts. And let's go ahead and break that down even more. Chris said when people buy clothes, right? Let's look at it. It's an asset or a liability, right? So what is a liability? A liability is something that you acquired that's going to take money out your pocket and or depreciate in value.
Correct.
All right. So once I buy this TV, if I go to resell this TV, it has depreciated. I can't sell it at the full price I just bought it from the store. Right?
Correct.
All right. And then it does not put money in my pocket. It takes money out of my pocket. How does the TV take money out of your pocket, Jay? I plug it in and it costs me an electricity bill every month.
Damn, I didn't think about it like that. Damn, you right too. For sure.
I'm gonna have to clean my TV, cleaning supplies, but then let's talk about an asset, right? An asset is something that puts money in your pocket and or appreciates. So an example is, since we're talking about the stock market, I can go buy a company like Verizon, right? And that's not a recommendation, that's just an example. When I buy a stock, common share, also known AKA as an equity, you get part ownership of that company. When I buy a share of Verizon, which is probably about $38 right now, they can go up in price. It can go up to $38, $39, $40, $50, $60. So I'm making appreciation on that, right? But then also it does what we call pay a dividend. What is a dividend? When a company has their retained earnings, the revenue that they make, and minus their expenses for the quarter, money that they have left over, companies like Verizon pay out to those that actually own shares of their stock. And that's a dividend. So that's income that's coming to me whether I get out of bed or not, AKA mailbox money.
Ooh, hey, I don't even think y'all understand that. I've been preaching on.
Preach.
If you are not making money while you sleeping, you ain't making no money.
Big facts.
You ain't making no money. You just heard, I don't say this multiple times, posted. I don't say it in groups. I don't say it on Facebook. If you ain't making money while you sleep, you ain't making no money. I mean, it's very easy to do this.
If your bank account did not go up while you were sleeping, then you aren't making
You
anything.
ain't making no money.
And that's not from a paycheck.
Right. We ain't talking about paycheck. We're talking make the paycheck, make your money work for you.
That's right.
Not work for the money, make your money work for you.
Yeah.
This is what I've been trying to preach to y'all since day one.
Facts.
But y'all ain't hear me. So
Did
you
you
heard
go
somebody
on
else, and I didn't tell them to say it. You just heard when somebody making money while they speak on it. There you go.
Facts. So yet again, invest in what assets, right? Those things that's gonna make you money. And like I said, the best investment I ever made. I've invested a lot of things. Some were good, some were bad. It's not a loss; it's a lesson learned, right?
Right.
But when I invest in myself, this is knowledge that no one can ever take away from me, right? And I know that if I put money into myself, I'm going to go the hardest. Because a lot of times we want things for free, but you don't got no skin in the game. You haven't sacrificed. So sometimes we don't value that information from people when we get it for free.
Right.
This is why you have to invest in yourself.
I've been trying to get y'all this game for free.
Okay, so can I step in and say something?
Yeah, you can jump in.
All right, so the one thing that I have noticed in living here in America, and I know y'all are about to battle me with it, but I don't care.
Yeah, she's not from here, y'all.
I'm
She's from Mars.
keep going.
I mean,
Keep going. Keep going. Shots about to get fired.
Okay.
So I've traveled I have traveled.
You have travel.
I am cultured.
Yes.
Thank you. You got to give before you receive.
Right.
So I
give
hear
what
what
you
y'all are
receive?
saying. I hear what y'all are saying. Okay, but you have to give before you receive.
Okay, explain.
So
that
yes,
to us.
we want to invest, right?
Right.
When we say invest in ourselves, but after we invest in ourselves and we're making this money, what are we doing with this money?
Right.
What do you do at that point in time? I'm gonna ask both of you.
What we do.
What do we do at that point in time after we're making this money?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing with it?
I'm still making money. I'm gonna flip it and invest it even more.
But you're investing into what?
It depends on whatever's going on at that time. But right now, I'm into real estate.
You're into real estate, Jay. You.
Yeah. All right. So when I make money, I use my money to make more money. All right. And then I have certain causes, things that I believe in that I can now patronize or give to.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop both of you right there.
Okay. Stop me.
You're selfish.
Why?
Yeah, I said it.
Why
I'm
we
not
selfish?
taking it back
My baby mama
because
think
you.
I'm selfish.
Your baby mama does think you're selfish, but we ain't gonna talk about that today. But that's a whole nother that's a whole nother subject. You did not invest into somebody else's dream.
Oh,
Put your hand down.
Okay.
Put your hand down. Don't start.
Hold on. Well,
You have to invest into somebody else's dream because in the process of that, the blessings come back on you. And if their dream falls, you can now use that as a tax write-off. But if their dream succeeds, that is your residual income as well. That is your other stream of income. You take that, you divide that, put half of it back into their pocket, let them continue to invest, and then you take that, you take half, put that back into their pocket, let them continue to grow because that's continuing to bring money to you, and you take that other half and you invest that into somebody else's dream. That brings you how many sources of income at that point in time? Thank you.
well, I mean, you're right, and I'm trying to do that now, but some people just don't understand.
Well, what did I tell you before? Not everybody is meant to rise to the top. Some people want to stay there watching they raunchy daggone programs.
That's right,
And
yeah.
wearing they daggone, what is that, rave clothes?
Right.
Let them, companies got to continue to have their stuff. Not
Right.
everybody's meant to rise to the top. And the ones who are meant to rise to the top, that's fine. There's some people that just got to stay on their certain levels. But you are trying to get to the people that want to be up there, that are meant to be up there.
Right.
So your audience may not be great, but your audience will be powerful. So if that's you, we're all about you. Those are the people that we're trying to get to.
Thanks.
And if that's not you, hey, bless you where you are, boo. We're
kind.
not mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to agree. Giving back is always a good thing to do.
Right.
So let's look at that. Right. What Dana was saying. When you said invest in someone's dream, like the company that I worked for 10 plus years, that wasn't my vision that I birthed. Me working there helps them achieve their dream.
Right.
So that's one way how I give back. Number two, remember one of the first things I said, and everybody have a why. You know the bigger picture, why you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
And I like to start from the end and work my way backwards. And what am I saying? What do I want my eulogy to say when I leave this? Right.
I was 50 rich.
and was.
That's right.
And
But-
shall stay that way.
And agreed. So I want to understand what that looks like, right?
Right.
And then remember, one of the main things I'm going to do is create at least 100 millionaires, right? So the more I invest in myself, the more it leads me to a path to help them accomplish that. And then I'm thinking small, man, because I got my man over here. Yet again, your network determines your net worth. I'm thinking about millionaires. I should be thinking about billionaires. This is why you need people around you that will help you expand your mindset, your thought process. And then obviously, I might know one thing that Dana may not know. Dana may know something I don't know. Chris
Correct.
might know something that both of us don't know. But you know what? They also know people that we don't know as well.
Right.
Right. So yeah, you got to make sure
That's
that
true.
you learn how to monetize your network. Like me and Chris, we'll talk about sports, how we used to play ball, and then we just switch it up, and now we talking about how to protect our assets because we don't own nothing, but we control everything. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, repeat that one more time. I don't think the people in the back
Now,
heard
I would repeat it, but Dana got this.
That would mean very clearly you own nothing, but you control everything.
That's a mic drop. Somebody hit a button or
you. Yes.
something.
Oh, there you go. That's what we do. We do this, y'all. This is what I've been trying to preach, y'all. Y'all heard it from them. I said this multiple times.
Yes.
We don't own anything, but we control everything. When you to do that, you need to come private, and that's what this world is a need to get to. We got to get to the private side. We got to understand how to protect our assets at all times.
Yes.
And but at the same time, because we know we got people out here that sue people just to be suing people. They find out you got something, they come near your mailbox and say they broke a toe on the rock, and then they ready to sue you. And the crazy thing about it, some of them be winning. They be taking people's stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Did they do their big toe or their little toe? They did.
I think it was a little toe because they split the nail or something. I don't know, but they be getting people be suing for crazy stuff.
You heard about the guy who broke into somebody's house and sued him because he broke his foot. He broke his foot.
In
Breaking
their house.
in somebody else's house, and you broke your foot and
And he
sued.
won.
And he won.
You know what? And even on a bigger scale, somebody went to McDonald's, got hot coffee, wasted on themselves in the car, and they
Heard
sued
about that.
McDonald's.
Heard about that.
It was too hot.
Heard
It was
about that.
scalding hot. It's got to be at a certain temperature.
Heard about
there.
that.
Right. So that's
Claim
what
no
I'm
burns.
saying. You have to protect your asset at all time, and that's one of the things I have spoken about. And to do that, you have to understand the trust side of the world. If you don't have a trust, you need to get a trust. It's all different types of trust.
Yes.
But you have to get a trust that's going to protect your asset. That means everything that you own, you need to give it away to you, to your trust, so you don't own it anymore, but you can control everything in that trust. Now you became the trustee, and the trustee get paid from the trust. So it's not like you giving your money away. You still got fees.
Are we going in the bag like that?
Yes.
Okay.
So you still got things like that.
Okay. Well, hey.
So we got to get that trust, y'all, and that's one of the things that's gonna protect and solve a lot of these problem issues with people taking us out, even when we have a weapon or not have a weapon.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just to touch on that too, when Chris said taking people out, I thought of a concept and I heard something that kind of made sense. When we went through this unrest period of a lot of people that looked like me were dying, what if all of these individuals had million plus or multi-million dollar insurance policies?
Oh, it's gonna shut it down. I preached on that.
I have a high probability that these insurance companies are like, hold on now, because
They'll be on
unfortunately,
our side.
a lot of times America puts profits over people, right? And so we're a very capitalistic society. But now when money gets involved,
Oh, yes.
money solves things. It answers a lot of things.
Yes.
Now this is the aspects of estate planning. When I hear Chris talk about the trust, that's a form of estate planning, right? So as a financial advisor, you want to help clients prepare for their estate. And we as a generation, a lot of times we don't leave wealth
No, we don't.
to the next generation. They got to get it off the muscle, out the mud, just like we had to, right? And like where's that leg up? From all our experiences and all the time we've been on this earth, we should our seeds should be in a better position.
Correct.
Right? And normally, one of the easiest and first ways we can do that is life insurance. Right?
Life insurance.
Like that's one of the easiest ways we can leave assets versus liabilities when we die. Now, the ultimate way of protection is going, as Chris mentioned, are the trust. Now, everyone might not be ready for a trust or may not be able to afford it, and you want to be knowledgeable on them as well. But until then, things that you can do right now for estate planning. If you got checking accounts, savings, CDs, money markets, add, things that are at a bank, you can add what we call a POD, that's payable on death. You can go to your bank and add a payable on death. What does that do? That avoid probate. Because if it goes through probate, that's a public process. Number two, that it can be attested, right? So someone can now say, hey, my mother was not in the right mind, that belongs to me versus her. And then it's also it is public, and then it can cost money, and they can draw out the time before you get access to those assets. So on your checking account, savings account, CDs, money markets, go add PODs on there.
That's the first time I heard that. I'm about to research that and talk about that a little more.
Payable on death.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
No doubt. And if you got investment accounts, like if you want to invest or trade stocks, i.e. equities, then you have to have what we call a brokerage account, right?
Right.
And in brokerage account, there's something called TOD, that's transfer on death, right? So those are a form of beneficiaries that you can have on your brokerage accounts. And then for life insurance policies, for retirement accounts, you want to make sure you have beneficiaries. Check these things at least once a year, because someone may have passed and you still have them as a beneficiary.
Right.
Now, as a beneficiary, you can normally have what we call the primary beneficiary. And then, God forbid, if something happens to them, or that person, then you can have what we call a contingent beneficiary.
On down the line, right?
So if now Chris is married, so now if him and his spouse both God forbid pass on a trip together and she's his beneficiary, then there's nobody else. Then what happens? But we don't have to worry about that because Chris don't own nothing.
I don't own nothing.
But for those a married couple that don't have a trust, now you have no beneficiary. And I guess who's going to determine who gets your money? The state that you live in.
Right.
And that's just why contingent beneficiaries are dope.
Yeah, you gotta put we have multiple beneficiaries going down the line, but that is true. But back to the insurance part.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want y'all to remember this when I say this, okay?
Oh snap.
Well, it's recorded, so we have no choice but to.
I
mean,
know.
go ahead.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what I say is leave it. Most people like to leave a will, not a bill.
Right, that's why I was
Okay,
that's
well,
dope.
well, I gotta take it one step further because hanging out with you
Will,
too,
not a
you gotta
bill.
take it one step further all the time. So I would like to leave a trust, not a fuss.
right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
If I take that, it's not
Right.
Go ahead. No, because I came up with it myself, so it's just for you, just for you too.
You know, I will trademark that so you can't use it again.
Yeah, I know.
That's going on
I
a
know
shirt.
because that
Yeah,
is
the
that is
trust fund, no
exactly.
fuss. But yeah, that's what I was gonna get on was we have to start talking about death in
Mm-hmm.
our family. Everybody's scared to talk about death like you finna live for all your life.
It's inevitable.
Yeah,
inevitable.
you know
It's
it's
gonna
coming.
happen.
It's gonna happen. We just don't know when. It could be tomorrow or it could be 100 years later. But you're going to die.
It's gonna
It's just point blank. So we need to stop acting like, oh, we talking about death. You trying to kill me? Thinking, listen, get the insurance on you. Get these and these insurance policies are cheap, y'all. The same time you go out here buy all these Jordans and Coaches purses
knows.
and all that.
You gotta have the latest stuff for
Right.
what it's not even gonna matter in
That's
3
a
months.
whole year. That's a whole year or a couple months in the insurance policy that's
matter.
going to be passed down from generation. And if you teach your offsprings how to manage the money and how to about law and stuff like that, then they know how to keep passing this down and keeping this as generation wealth. And you can get policies where you can borrow money from these policies after 30 to 90 days, in between 30 and 90 days, with no problem. Take your money out of these 401ks and all that stuff. There's no sense you having stuff it's your money, but they control your money and tell you, oh, you want your money back? Then we're going to have to charge you. What the? How you going to charge me? You already making money off my money.
I mean, put the money in a savings account right now. Go ahead with your 1.25%.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of high.
But why don't you
Nice.
have it? Why don't you have it in something like, I don't know, T-Mobile that's at 2.25%? I think they just went up to 2.5%. So why again do you have your money there?
Banks
you
don't
need to check.
pay.
You need
Banks
to check
don't
your
pay.
bank account.
Listen.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to create.
As I
something,
have
not give it
learned
away.
this stuff, right? As I learned this stuff, I've been slowly but surely taking my money out of the bank and placing it in policies. I invest in multiple ways at all times. You look at my bank account now, you be like, damn, I'm spending all that money. Shh, that money ain't spent that money.
Check my
Yeah.
network statement. Check my
It's still
network statement.
growing.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It's growing like a bud. I'm sitting back this, yes. But that's what we have to do for our people. We got to get in this kind of stuff. I'm not just on the mic all the time and on Facebook and other social media just trying to be popular or anything. I'm really I give you free game. I say this all the time because first of the year I ain't doing no more. My time going to be costing now because people say, y'all
Yes.
wasting my time. I'm coming back with the same same stuff all the time. So I'm going to definitely charge at the first of the year. I'm sorry. I pay for the hour now.
Hey,
I think I made that. I got to that point now.
Well, no, and at the end of the day, like yet again, your time is the most non-renewable resource, right? You can't get 25 hours in a day,
Right.
right?
No.
So it's just like you're taking time away from what matters to you, family, your health, making more money, for those that might not want that information.
Right.
And so now your time is valuable because you know whether someone does what you say or not, you still winning. You don't need anybody else's money to make money, but you're also making people invest in themselves. That's the principle you teach people, and they're more prone to take it more serious than just to give them something for free. All right. So now,
It should be at the bottom. It should be one.
what?
Lancina. Hey, that's another lady. Lancina.
Oh.
Hey, that's my CPA. Hey, that's my lady right there. She keeps them taxes right. Hey, that's my lady right there. But hey, yes, it should be on YouTube where you put. I see Carmen has oh yes, Carmen's made a comment on the feed, but yeah, she said we give back to the community. Yes, that's one thing me and my wife though. We do give back to the community. My panel here give back to the community. We are always trying to find ways to give back to the community. We actually having an event December, Keeping the Promise Foundation Legacy. We having a event with Dr. Lamar Price and Mr. James Smith on December the 10th in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Y'all need to come out and check it out. There's going to be some great information, especially women. James Smith got a whole new product that I think every woman in the world should be wanting to get hold to, because the products are sanitary napkins that you buy in the stores are what causing problems with your body, because your body is resorbing the bleach that they have used, recycled trash that you put in between your legs for your blood flow or put in you to stop it. And these sanitary napkins hold up to 50 milligrams and keep you dry. And it also detox the body. So you don't want to miss that. And Dr. Lamar Price, he's I call him herbalist doctor. He check your eyes, look in your eyes, and can tell you everything that's wrong with you, and heal you naturally by food. I'm his patient. My wife is his patient. Then our whole family is his patient. But he has made a great change. But yes, so with that, next time I got commercials to run. But we need to really sit down, people, and understand what's going on and how to protect ourselves. Insurance policies, investing your money, all this stuff I talk about all the time. And I'm glad to have these two, because one, Jay is the first person that I invested my money with. So I'm telling y'all guys that I'm not just out here just telling you just to be telling. I'm actually doing it. And everybody that knows me knows that I did not come from a family with money. I was okay. We lived in the projects, East Lake Courts. What's up, Fourth Avenue? Y'all know what it's about. So so I grind, but at the same time, I was grinding the wrong way. I caused a lot of problems. But once I started learning that legal way, what I do now, and learning that the laws are against us, so I'm turning around to make it work for us now. And I'm just trying to get y'all the free game, but y'all just ain't. You just ain't. Acting right. Come on, come on. Holler at your boy. You see him bringing people. You see everybody that comes on my podcast are go-getters. They're making change in their life, other people's lives. You can do the same. It don't take much effort to do what we do on this panel. It don't take much effort. That same effort that you do to get on that Facebook, to look at them music
TikTok.
video,
Yes,
TikToks and all.
yes.
It's that same energy that you can use to better your life. Because one thing I definitely hear people talk, I wish I had this, I'd do this with this money and I get this. You can go get it. You're a millionaire. I keep telling you, you're a working millionaire. You don't even know how bad how much money you have. Yeah.
It takes 45 minutes to get some acrylics done, ladies.
Right.
Seriously, take that 45 minutes, get yourself an audiobook, go on ahead and listen to the audiobook while you're getting your nails done. Come on. We can do this. We
Right.
run this place anyway, so let's go on ahead and show them exactly what really can be done.
Okay, open line. I see people want to call in, tell me they want to call in and speak. Open line 407-480-0558. You can call in. We'll be glad to put you on live with us. Just holler at me. Once again, it is 407-480-0558. The phone line is open. So, but yes, what we do is what we do, y'all. But we're here to really try to help everybody to. We want to share. You know what I'm saying? This brother, he paid. You know, you got to pay for his time.
You do.
I'm hoping I'm not gonna get a damn bill. You know, after this podcast.
You won't.
No, he won't get it after the podcast because I'm proactive. I've already sent him to check his email.
So we got to do it, right?
Backed up.
Right. So
I want to express on the points that you were making. And this thing about our community, our cultures, is specifically where I came from, right? A lot of times you seen scammers, you know, or those try to, as we call it, bust a lick. Even those that, you know, run drug businesses, right? I said businesses.
right.
They have a business is nothing but a system. Now it should be a profitable system that operates without you having to be involved in daily activity. That's where we have to get to.
Right.
Yet again, what? To buy back our time. But if we apply that same hustle, time, effort, grit into something positive that can make a change in our lives, like learning these laws,
Right.
understanding once we do get the money that is due to us, and then now multiplying that money, making sure that it grows, acquiring assets. There's nothing wrong with having liabilities. We deserve to have nice things. But my motto is have your assets pay for your liabilities. Any money that you work hard to earn, you should pay for it. So an example, man, I want me this Mercedes Benz, man. I want to drive and I want to look clean, but I also want to pull up at networking events so people can see that I'm actually doing something with my life. Let me go get 1 or 2 or 3 rental properties that's generating me monthly income to pay my car note every single month.
Right.
My assets are paying my liabilities. It's just a simple mind shift. Once we apply, have that mind shift and apply that information into productive things, acquire assets first, we can then what? Help close this racial gap.
Once again, this man gave you a whole lot of knowledge. I know some of that knowledge went straight over y'all heads. Did you not just hear what he just said? This man bought 2 cars. 2 cars. He drive one and he rent the other one out.
Big facts. Big facts.
I don't
Nobody think about that.
I don't think my
My
cars
son,
now.
he don't pay for the cars, pay for itself. Once again, if you ain't making money
Why you?
while you sleeping, you ain't making no money.
You sleeping.
She did. Hey, you sleeping for real. You sleep. Hey, last day called the Walking Dead. You just the Walking Dead, right? You just moaning and groaning, looking for somebody to eat on. And
Wait to be fired and die.
right.
I'm sorry, if you're paying rent to somebody, honestly, if you're paying rent to somebody, why? You're making them so much money every month. They are living
Hold
off
on.
you. They are loving
My
you.
renters, don't be listening to her right now.
Whatever. Whatever.
Keep paying me my money.
You're paying somebody else, but after you move out, honestly, truthfully, what do you have to show for it?
Yeah.
True.
I mean, they made their money, but you want a house, you want a home, you want someplace that's stable for the rest of your life where you can put up pictures. So if you want that, then why are you not going out, getting yourself a house, fixing it up? You can live in it while you know, they actually have loans for that, but you can live in it, fix it up, and then rent it out, use that house as a collateral towards another house.
Ooh, spice.
Ooh, did I just give you information?
Right. That's free information.
Sucky.
I'm gonna break it down.
Go on ahead and, you know, do that, and you can keep doing that. And then once you get to a certain level, you can actually use all of those properties towards the house that you really, really want.
Man.
And guess what? That mortgage is paid every month.
Every month.
And it's not costing you anything. And you get to travel
Right.
and have the house of your dreams. So
My podcast now. Oh, real quick before you get on there, Jay, I just want to cognac section podcast. What's up? Lalacina said leaders or readers.
Oh,
That's deep.
agreed.
You best believe it, y'all.
wait. Do I get to do a shout out to someone?
You go shout out.
What's up, Carmen? That's my girl.
Where
I love
in
Chris's
the
wife.
world
She is
Carmen
absolutely.
Sandiego?
You ain't gonna be picking on
I can't do
Carmen.
that.
You are not allowed to pick on Carmen. You know that.
Duh.
That's a no.
Yeah.
Carmen, I'm not gonna let him pick on you. Don't worry, I got you, girl. I got you.
But that's what we're saying, leaders or readers.
Facts. And speaking of readers,
Go ahead. Yes.
The Richest Man in Babylon. Check out that book for those that are looking, they're starting their wealth journey. One of the concepts in that book was owning your own home. You know, it might be a process to get to your own home, and there's nothing wrong with renting until you get there. But one of the goals is to eventually have your own home, which allows you to pass that asset.
Right.
Well, a home community asset or liability is debatable, but you're able to pass that to the next generation.
That's the whole game plan.
And then you don't have to worry about being evicted from your property.
Correct.
true.
It's yours. You know, and then guess what? Every dime, every mortgage payment, you pay down something called principal, which what gives you more equity, more value into that home. Home prices in real estate normally over time what goes up. As it goes up, it creates more and more equity. As you create more and more equity, as Dana mentioned, now you can use this thing what wealthy people do. Wealthy people don't just save their way to wealth.
Right.
We leverage our way to wealth.
Very
So
true.
now I can pull out leverage, i.e. equity from my home, and then now I take that money, I don't go buy Jordans with that. I'm not buying gold chains. I'm not like, don't worry about it, Chris.
okay.
You got yours showing. You gave it away. But you know what I'm saying? Chris invest his renter paid for that. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't pay for that. And then you take that money, and that money does what? You acquire additional assets. Now I got assets, more income being generated from the equity that I built up in my home over time.
Right. And
It's
that's
a win-win.
no ain't win. Thank you, Lacina, for the compliment. She made a comment that she admired these two black men leaders. They really walk the talk.
They are
And
absolutely.
they are very invested in giving the knowledge to their people. And that's what we are doing. So we are trying to give this to y'all. You see, I'm bringing people on. I don't have people just coming on my podcast just to be coming on my podcast. Then I'm going to have a few, but right now I'm focused on, I don't want y'all to just hear me giving you the information. I want you to hear from people that's out there that's doing it just like me or better. They're on the same level or they're going to be way better than what I'm doing. I'm bringing you people that can change your life. All you have to do is just listen. It's recorded. You can just listen over and over. And I tell you, I don't have no problem answering questions. Y'all know this. Y'all call my phone to the point that my wife had made me. I use the mess out there. Don't disturb now, but because some of these calls, y'all forget, I gotta go to sleep, you know. They go up to 3, 4 in the morning, like, what? Who up? You know, but no, this is free game. We really want to see a change. Only way
Knowledge is
I'm about to
power.
get passion right here, y'all. Listen to these words that's coming out my
Knowledge is
mouth.
power. Knowledge is power.
We got to stop marching. This thing marching is not helping us. They've been
Nope.
marching way before us, and this stuff is still the same.
Yes.
Stop sipping these holidays like we winning. Holidays don't do nothing for us, y'all.
Really
Yeah,
do.
no, it does. It encourages us to spend more money.
There you go.
That's for them to help us, man. But right, it ain't helping our people. It's just everything we got June. Not what happened of the history of the holiday, but you was singing and dancing because we got another holiday. But it ain't doing nothing. It's not stopping them from killing us. It's not stopping them from making sure that we go into profit. It's not stopping them, y'all. We got to stop this.
Yep.
The best way to hit them is hit them in the pocket, and let's get these life insurance on us.
Every single time.
Let's get these life policies. Let's invest. Let's put our stuff in, because they can't touch a trust. I don't care what you do, they can't go in your trust. It's nobody could change that trust. A will, yes. Know the difference from a will and a trust. A will is nothing. They could change it. You could put something in the will and the judge say, well, the daughter said she was one that's been taken care of, and the brother said he comes over and help every now and then, but she wants to leave it to the brother. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna overrule that. I'm gonna give it to the daughter, because since she seemed like she put in more time than he. See, it can always be changed. See, with a trust, you can control it from the dead.
Boom. And it's private.
And it's private. So whatever you put in there becomes law, and it's your law, and they cannot change it.
Exactly. 'Cause
No
that's
government, no judge, no nothing.
Because that's contract law, right?
Yes.
And contract law is the most powerful thing in the U.S.
Yes, it is.
And that's what we got to do. We got to check, like Jay said, mindset. We have to change that. We really have to change our mindset, and we're to the point that we're raising our offsprings to know how to run a business early. We got to teach them about life and death. We got to teach them about the life policy. We got to teach them about stock. We got to teach them this at an early age, so it's in them. So by the time they get to our age, they are ruthless. There's nothing that nobody be able to tell them. They in the game. And guess what they're going to do? Because you taught them, they're going to teach theirs. And it's going to keep going until we have the generation well. It's easy to get it. And you know, my homies, I'm a street dude. I've been on the game. I sold the drugs. If you can run that type of biker, you already know you the plug, you the security guard, you the runner. If you got all those multiple hats and how much energy you put into doing stuff like that, then think about what you can really do if you get into this paperwork. Because I'm telling you, when you get into this paperwork, it's going to open the doors. Because like I said, once again, we're all millionaires. We're all millionaires. You just got to know how to file the paperwork to get your money. But at the same time, you're free. You're stepping out of statute law and you're going into back to where you're supposed to be, contract law. You're back into the Constitution. We have to know the difference between United States and United States of America. One is a corporation. Learn the difference in between these two. Stop saying you live in the United States. Stop calling yourself black. I know it's on my shirt, Black Billionaire, but we need to really stop calling ourselves that, because that's what they named us. We're humans. We're human. We don't have a race. Everybody's all one. That's how it's supposed. That's what it was intended us to live, all of us on the same playing field. They have went in and tried to take over the world, and they're doing a great job because we keep letting them. We keep letting them. We got all these people, but money, with powerful platforms, but I ain't seen nobody organize their own leagues. Because every person that get a production ain't theirs. They didn't get it on their own. Them people gave it to them with rules. You do as we say, we'll make you rich. They don't sold their souls. They have. But anyway, this open mic, Colorful Thought Podcast. We're here to give you this free information to better our lives, make a change. Because we need to get these children to come up so we can put them in place later. And when I say in place, let's put them in the courthouse. Let's put them in the judge's chair. Let's put them in the White House, the Congress. We need to train and teach our youth these instruments that we have out there that can really make an impact on our people's life. We need to let them know. We need to start our own secret side. That's what I'm talking about. We need to come up with it and put our people in place where we can better each other's lives. And yes, holidays are distraction. Yes, they really are. You are being stripped of your wealth by false advertisement, and that you need to get this savings now. Fake news for real. That all day they feed us. Thank you, Lacina. They feed us what they want us to know. Get our faces out of the TV. But at the same time, don't look at everything as an entertainment, because one thing I have learned now is these movies are telling the truth about what's going to come or what's already happened. Because if you really go back and look at all your childhood TV shows, look at what they was talking about back then, that it don't happen now. I always use this one, Star Trek. Star Trek had the flip phone, the watch, teleporting. Man, they doing all that right there. They can't tell me that, because all that, most of 99% of that stuff in these back in the TV show is we hold it. Computer, yeah, we got everything that they had back then. That is the way they're telling, but we was based to believe everything is fiction. So we got to stop looking at everything as fiction and really listen to what these people are talking about, especially Eminem State. I tell everybody, go back and watch that. They tell you a whole lot of stuff. We just weren't catching it. You know what I'm saying? We looking for a funny punchline.
To be entertained.
Yeah, to be entertained. You're right. So that's what I'm talking about, y'all. But we got to get in that place, though. Dana?
Yep. I have a ton I want to say. I'm just not saying it right now. I'm just being
Well,
quiet.
the mic is yours. It's open
No,
mic.
because you
I'ma
know
sit
you
back.
two,
I'm gonna sit
always have a ton to say. So
back. Right.
you know,
Go
I'm.
ahead. We want the ladies to speak. Speak on what you know. Go ahead. Speak
That's
your mind.
amazing.
First of all,
Don't twist your hair.
I will say, since I have known you,
Mm-hmm.
and I know Carmen's going to attest to this with me. I know she will. All I've ever known is for you to educate yourself, no matter what. You always educated yourself on everything. So to you, I've always said that I'm proud of you for that. I think that's one of the reasons why we've been friends for so long, because you will research and study anything. And guys, let me tell you something. His book collection is something serious. It is, oh my gosh. And he lost some of his books too.
Yeah.
What y'all don't know over the years is he's actually lost some of his books. So his books, yeah, mountains. Y'all just don't know. Mountains. He has spent a lot of time reading. Now I think there's a Nook, isn't there? There's a Nook and stuff like that. So yeah, he does a lot of reading. And this one right here, when you say two black men sitting up here, yes, I'm very honored and privileged to have both of them in my lives. They mean a lot to me, more than y'all really even know. This one right here, we battle like cats and dogs.
I'm on the dog or I'm on the cat.
Some days you're the cat because you get on my daggone nerves. But the knowledge, his ability and his knowledge when it comes to numbers and networking, let me tell you, both of these men come with hearts that I have not seen in men in a long time. But honored and privileged to know both of them. We do go round and round, but honored and privileged to know both of them. So, and to know
Appreciate
that, you
those
know,
kind words.
y'all know I love you to pieces. You know I love you.
Oh,
to
I
pieces.
didn't, and we didn't pay her to say that either.
Oh heck no, y'all don't have bank accounts big enough to pay me. No,
I'm
bump that.
surprised just as much as you are that it's about us. Like,
I know, so I'm glad this is being recorded because it will never be said again out loud.
I
Ever.
know.
Yeah, big facts.
Right.
Big facts. But no, as much as you guys, I will say this to the audience. Look, social media and everything that you guys see and all this stuff that you guys see online, please remember, a lot of that stuff is being controlled. They want your attention in that direction because it keeps you distracted from the things that really actually are going on in the world. The stock markets are crashing all over the world. They're crashing. Jay, you know this, right?
Yeah, and even though the stock market is crashing, guess what? You can still make money as the market falls.
Exactly.
70% of traders don't make money when the market falls. And if I can also go along to say there's 3 ways to make money when the market falls. You can
Go
short
for
a
it.
stock, you can sell a call, or you can buy a put. There's multiple ways to create. Trading is recession proof. Back to you, Dana.
Go for it. See, always full of knowledge. Always full of knowledge.
Right.
So while it's dropping, they want the world to be in a panic. They want everybody to be in a panic, and they want everybody to freeze up and don't spend, or you're going in the opposite direction with the I don't care attitude and you're spending everything and you're not thinking about tomorrow. These things are totally and completely incorrect. You need to know and listen to these guys. What they're telling you is 110% true. You can make money. You can have residual income. And really, truthfully, it's not even about the money. It's about your peace of mind. It's about your mental health. And right now in America, mental health is everything. Because without your mental health, what does the money really mean?
Right.
I mean, honestly, what does the money really mean?
Well, caller, we got a call on the line. Caller, can you say your name and where you from? Well, hello, Mrs. Ward from Signal Mountain. How can we help you?
Hey, girl!
Now, somebody's clearing their throat because you didn't speak.
He's not important. He's not important. Don't worry about him.
He said, "Hi, Felicia." Okay, all right, go ahead. Correct.
And
Yeah.
this is why she's
Well, that's
Mrs.
great.
Ward.
I mean, that's true. That is exactly how they kept the money in their family, how they grew the wealth to the where they're at now. You know, so that's great. Thank you for the information from
Yeah.
that.
And what I just heard her say is that these and the Rockefeller taught the next generation that's coming after them how to fish, and they left them the gold. Right? A lot of times we want the gold, and we blow through a generation, and we lose everything that the previous generation worked for. So it's good to leave them behind the substance.
Well, they say they can't hear you, Connor. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Well, they're saying they can't hear you.
We heard them.
Yeah, I know we can hear,
Yeah,
but
we heard
I
it.
just got a text saying that. No, something. Let's leave it up.
What'd you do?
No, I don't know. They saying they can't hear. But okay, I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all can't hear, if you can now, please. Yes. Well, I definitely will. All right. Thank you.
Bye,
Well,
Carmen.
Bye.
Absolutely love her. Good choice.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry about that. Y'all could not. Yeah, thank you. Here, the call. I don't know why it's not coming in. Well, we can hear her. That's a little weird. Oh, I know exactly why now.
But yeah, she came in and she dropped some jewels for us. She
Yeah.
was telling us about the processes that the Rockefeller has set up and they use to continue the generation and their lineage. As she was saying that they actually put money in insurance policies, and then when someone, when that person actually passed, then they did what? They took half of the insurance proceeds, they put it into a business, and then the other half went to their kids, and then their kids followed the same suit, and so forth and so forth. And this is how you build this thing called permanent wealth.
Right. And permanent wealth is what we all need to try to do. And it's easy, man. I mean, if you really buckle down and watch how you spend, invest in your and cut back on a lot of your spending, that money that you cut back on, you can save and take that saving and you can put it in these policies and keep the policy going. But once more time, I want to say this. We have to put insurance on ourselves. Get whole life policies in place on each and every one in the family. Put it in the trust and make the trust the beneficiary of that policy. So when, like the Rockefeller, so when one dies, that money goes into the trust. And that trust money is in another earning where it's getting money every month going in there. So the money is building. The higher the more money you put in there, the higher the interest rate that you're going to get back on your policy. So I'm telling everyone, this is something that we need to get focused on, and that is generation wealth. We definitely got to. Carmen said, "Thank you, Jay." We definitely have to get on that. I mean, just like my wife just called and said, that's how they build the wealth. That's how all the richest top 5 families in the world build their wealth. You know, they keep it in mind. They people. They share tightly with they got the whole family in positions.
Yes.
The family is in position. You see how Donald Trump came in the White House? He fired everybody. Hey, come on, son-in-law and daughter-in-law and little niece and nephew. He put everybody in his family in the position, and then guess what? To protect them, he made sure they had that SBC.
Yes, he
Do
did.
you know about SBC? Same stuff. SBC I've been talking about. Secure Party Created Paperwork. Everybody had it. So if something happened, they can't go to jail because they protected. If they ain't broke a constitution law, then there ain't nothing they can do. Especially now, you see Trump ain't went. Trump ain't went nowhere. Trump said, "I'm coming back in 24."
Yes, he did.
He said he come back 24. That man ain't think about that because he know he ain't going.
That's
None of
true.
his people are going.
Nope.
They all gonna be right back in the White House on 24. 'Cause I really think the man gonna win. If he come back, I really think this man gonna win because I don't see nobody right now that can stop it. right now. I'm just saying right now, because one we got right now, they come get me laid all they want to, but he sucks. He already dead. He was about dead before he even became president. Then he walk around with what's it? What he got? Alzheimer's or something. I mean, he walk around 3 o'clock in the morning, his underwear in the middle of the White House because he don't know where he at half time. Come on, why are we looking up to this man? This man be on live TV forgetting what to say because it kick in. Am I
And
the
that's
president?
Because he's trying not to drop the F-bombs. You know,
I'm
when
trying
he was
my
vice, he used to drop F-bombs. I used to love the F-bombs.
I'm trying.
used to
I'm trying
count
to
'em.
keep them words clean because I want all my followers, all ages, to be able to listen to this. But yes, but we got to get back on that, y'all. We truly got to read life insurance, talk about that, but we need to start doing it at an early age, teaching it. And that's one of the things that the panel here was talking about, schools for children and adults, because we have to re-educate everybody. We have to unlearn what we was taught. And that's one of the things that we definitely have to do. But we got to do this. There's no other way around it. I'm just so tired of. I've been in the system, y'all, and I think that's why I'm more passionate about this than most people, because I've been in the system, so I've seen both sides of the coin. I've have literally been set up by the police. I literally been set up. And I know if they want you, they can do it. And you hear about it all the time, how these people getting out of prison, been sitting there and it ain't them.
30,
They just
40.
want to put some charge on there to clean their books up, just to say, hey, we cleaning up. We finally, no. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I've been one of those. Yes, I had to fight. I really had to fight. But I ended up losing, but I won at the same time, because why I say that was because these people was trying to give me 27 years on all these charges, and half of these charges came while I was in jail. Did y'all not hear me? I'm in jail and picking up charges that I'm trying to figure out where these charges came from. They was putting stuff that was back in the days on me that I had no part of, just to keep me locked up so I can't make bond. This is how the dirty game is. Once you've been on that side of the fence, I knew right then, boy, when I get out of here, I'm finna cause hell, boy. I'm about to come after them, boy, and I'm doing it. They don't even know, boy. This lawsuit I'm about to place on them, oh, because the paperwork allowed me to go back that far. Oh, I'm telling y'all, it's power in the paperwork. It's power in educating yourself, investing in yourself, investing in your family and friends. It's power behind that. Once we realize that we all are one, no matter what country, state we are in, we all the same people. We come together because it's more us than them. These people don't, that's their biggest fear, is us waking up.
Waking up and coming together.
But it's coming. Now I'm telling you, I deal with a whole lot of white folks. And some of these white folks are on our side. I ain't gonna lie. It is a lot of them on our side.
True.
They want to see change. They hate what's going on. They see what's going on. But I'm telling you, we shouldn't have, it's more them waking up faster to me than it is us waking up. And I'm telling you, from a person that's grew up in the same area y'all grew up in, had the same spoon y'all had, I'm telling you, it's easy to make a change in life. All you have to do is, like the panel said, change your mindset. If you do that, watch what happens. Ain't nobody gonna be able to stop this race. Nobody. They already nervous of that. That's why they do what they do to us. They put these products out here to cause problems, then sell us the antidote. Come on, man, let's wake up from this board, y'all. Yes, they making the product, and then you loving them. You loving them. You scared to go against, we the only country that's scared to go against the government. These other countries, when these gas prices go up, what do? Well, they go to the government office, surrounded, and go in there and pull the man out. Listen, you gonna change this, or everybody gonna get you. And we gotta do that. In the sense, we got to do that. We gotta demand. But we sitting around here, oh, it's gonna be our government. They for us. They ain't for us. We slaves to them. They ain't working. They passing all kind of crazy laws to help them stay alive and keep their money and making us go down and dragging us through the mud. That's crazy, man. And
Realizing
y'all-
the fact, you do know that the prison is actually a private owned sector.
yes, it's a
So
business.
therefore, it's the whole thing is a complete and utter piece of crap. So when you guys are actually trying to fight to get somebody out of jail, you're trying to fight to get somebody out of a private owned facility that is getting a multi-million-dollar check, aka real estate. And who's the property?
We are.
Oh, okay. I just want. Oh, y'all are. Y'all are.
Yeah, man.
Is
Mostly.
are black men, and yes, I said black. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
do, you
all
want,
right.
do you want me to say? Do you want me to say something else?
No, that's fine.
Okay, black men are the real estate.
Go ahead.
So
we are target.
You're the target to. I can't believe y'all are real estate. That's funny, but y'all are real estate. And that's in a private owned sector. Somebody wants to still own. Somebody still wants to enslave that. So you're fighting the government who is funding somebody else's private organization who is then turning around and giving money to the government.
That's exactly what they're doing.
And yet we're not waking up to see this, but we want to buy the Jordans. We want to buy the nonsense that's being advertised all over the place. People, please wake up.
We spend
Please wake
more
up.
money than any race out there. Our race.
The actual dollar.
We
About $1.4 trillion.
yes.
1.4 trillion. The average dollar for a
we
black
giving it to
person
them.
stays in our pocket. This is no lie. Less than a day.
See what I'm saying?
You have to compare the other races to ours, and you will learn ours stays in our pocket the least.
Right.
And do you know that the reason why other companies, other races advertise on black stations? Because we will buy it quicker than anybody else. Try to advertise on an Asian station. They'll laugh you. They'll laugh you straight out of there.
here.
Exactly.
We
They'll tell you.
don't with few.
Exactly. And that's exactly what they'll say. No. But they will advertise on ours because they know we will buy it.
And they'll come into our communities.
Oh, yeah.
Quick. Woo,
They're
they
already
coming
here.
out. You know what I'm saying? They're coming to us, but they hate us. They're followers. They're watchers. But they live in our community. They put their business in our community.
But do you know what they do in those businesses if y'all talked about that?
No, we haven't told us.
So what happens is they come into our, y'all know the hair stores.
Yes, hair stores.
Y'all
Big
know
market.
where we get our products from. Y'all know. So you ever notice when you go into the hair shops, the hair stores, the beauty salon, the beauty stores, they're all family. Every last one of them is family. So what they do is they all work together. They all make that money and they put it into a pot. Once that pot hits a certain level, then they give the money to one of them and they go and they take that and they open up another spot. And then they split the family and half of the family goes and works another spot. Half the family stays there. They build that pot up. Now they got two pots going. So when that money hits a certain level again, then they split off and they go open up another one. This is why you find multiple all over. They are keeping that money in the family and they are building their wealth, AKA Crazy Rich Asians, one of my favorite movies. But nonetheless, they are building that pot and they are continuing to build that pot while we are the ones in there shopping for all of that. Because of course we got to look cute. We are in there shopping for all of that. They are continuing to build their wealth. This is why they have them in so many states. They are all over the U.S. But look at the locations that they're in.
AKA group economics. Group
Right.
economics. And we have to be more so investors than only consumers, right? We consume. So as Dana mentioned that the black dollar stays in our pockets, in our communities, less than 24 hours. What did the example she just used as the agents? They make or earn money and they put it back into their community.
Right.
And they reinvest that to make even more. We get money and then we go consume on a liability. This is why we have to always go get it out the mud and grind daily, right? So you got to keep on trading our hours for dollars because the things that we put our money, think about it. Most of us most individuals that work a W-2 job, by the time you die, would have went through and made $1 million.
Right.
Big facts.
$1 million. And, but what do you have to show for it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, they got something to show for it. They got some shoes that they probably wear, got hose.
Oh my gosh. You're right.
chains
You're right. They got that
that's
chain.
Right.
They got that chain. The gold tooth.
Yeah. Oh, hey, now hold on, my auntie had to go to now.
My wife got one too.
The guy that actually though, man. Auntie, if you're listening, my apologies.
Y'all gotta leave my go-to alone.
But yet again, man, I keep in mind, like, no, we're not saying that you cannot have nice, fancy things.
Right. Not
But
at
it's-
all.
Your invest first, consume second. Well, I invest first, I invest second, I invest third,
There
and
you
I
go.
consume fourth.
There you go.
Right. Right. And that's y'all, man. We try to give you free games, people. Wake up. What my horn at? I need the horn. What a horn at?
Lord.
I need.
Oh,
See, look, I can't find that horn right now.
So I will say this, one of the books that I read, and just please try to watch out for some of the language that they use in it. But it's an old book, and I actually suggested it to the students when I was teaching at Wake Tech Community College in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hold on. I ain't never heard of that.
So they,
When this come about?
dang, so you can give it to the audience before you give it up?
What?
Hold on.
You
Let's
did
mute
what?
these mics.
What?
Let's mute the mic.
Yeah, because we gotta talk about this.
So I designed their credit program for Wake Tech Community College.
Well, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So, well, you learned something new about your
Yes,
bestie.
I see.
I know, right? So
That's
I
dope.
designed it and taught the class there for their cybersecurity program.
Oh, tight.
I got a little bit of knowledge. You
I
know?
see that.
I may not be as smart as y'all.
Oh, you smart.
Yeah,
we
you
we
smart. You know.
You on your own way. Yeah.
I just grind. It's a lot of grind, a lot of knowledge, a lot of, you got to keep it up there. But and when I was teaching for them, one of the best books that I ever suggested to them, and I ended up getting a lot of feedback on it all the time, and that's a lot of thank yous. But Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Boom.
That is one of my favorite books.
Boom.
It has a lot of knowledge in it. It was actually designed, the Rockefellers are in there and the Vanderbilts. But a lot of knowledge, a lot of lessons.
Read.
A lot. It's a good read. They have it. It's sold well over 100 million copies, people. But if you get a chance, grab that book, read it. It will change your life. It really will. It'll be the beginning of something, because it'll open your eyes to a lot of things that you really didn't know about, a lot of things that you never even thought about. Yeah. It's a matter of you're the only one holding yourself back. At the end of the day, you're the only one holding yourself back. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But really, truthfully, why? Why do you want to hold yourself back?
I don't know why.
You wake up every morning and you got to go and you got to grind, and you get home in the afternoons or in the evenings and you're exhausted. We are the ones who work those third shifts when you would rather be at home, spending time with your family, watching your children grow up, enjoying your life, being able to take those trips, just being able to just have that mental health and have that break and be able to enjoy your life like everybody else in the world. Sometimes it seems like, especially Europeans, because they love to enjoy their life. But why? Get up, read, stop making excuses. Stop spending every single dime. Stop trying to live paycheck to paycheck. And in some cases, you're living less than that. You got to rob from Peter to pay Paul. Stop going to the check cashing places. Oh my God, I can't stand the borrowing places. Their daggone interest rates are so ridiculously. They are designed literally to keep you down. By the time you pay them back, you're already in debt again. Stop it. Just stop. Please stop. Stop thinking that your credit card, stop using. Just please stop. Over 30%, you're already done. If you're over 25%, if you're over 20%, you're done. Your score is already jacked up. And then you're calling someone like me and you're trying to explain 50 million reasons why. And really, truthfully, it doesn't matter to me. My job is to help you get ahead. I don't want to hear the excuses, because I'm going to tell you I don't want to hear the excuses. The only thing I want to hear, is the challenge I'm about to give you and whether or not you're going to accept it. That's the only thing I really want to hear.
No excuses.
No
No
excuses.
results.
All I want to see is results.
And that's what we got to do. We got to get results. We got
Yep.
to be, you know, one of my, I think the first podcast, we had a winner because it took a minute, but I asked, what is the biggest thing that's holding us back as a race? And we finally got the answer, and that's fear. Fear holds us back a lot. We just so scared. It seems like if the white man don't tell you to jump high, you scared to jump. So we got to stop being fear of what's going on and who's controlling the puppet masters. We got to stop being scared of them. Once we stop having fear of them, we're gonna grow as the people. We're gonna grow hard. We're gonna grow big. But it's keeping us away. We rather tear down each other and help build them. And I don't understand it because we always talking about, oh, the white man this, the white man that, but you still here, master. Here go my money. You gave it to me, but I want to give it back to you. You know, we have to support each other. Our people that have business, we have to go support them. But at the same time, our people with business got to stop with this. I'm trying to be nice. That's why I'm pausing, because I got a whole lot of words that shouldn't be spoken. We gotta give good service, good business. We really got to though.
Yes.
We gotta stop cutting corners just to say that we have a business and giving poor service. You know, we really gotta stop this. I mean, and then we gotta stop going into these black owned business and looking for a discount all the time. You don't go in Walmart
Thank
asking
you.
for no discount.
Thank you.
You don't go in Dollar General store asking for no discount. So stop
Thank
asking
you.
our people to give you a discount because we family. We ain't family. You a customer and I'm a business owner. We a help, but hey, stop it. You
It's
know,
true.
it's always looking for the discount when it comes in, in between us. But you don't go and these other people stop them and say, hey, let me get a discount and all these prices too high. You'll go pay that. And one other prime example, because we did it last night. Go in there, pay. Oh my God, we're going there, pay for something and go somewhere else. And Sky High Rock out that same little $30 bottle we. Okay, let me stop.
Jay,
My assets paid for that.
Jay.
Right, because I'm getting my money back. Either way it go, we get money
Matter
back.
of fact, what's so interesting, the money that I made, spent last night, guess what? I made it back last night.
See what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
See, y'all don't know that concept, y'all. Y'all got to come on now.
No, I got a funny story. I got a funny
It's
story
a rap
behind that.
song.
I got a funny story behind that.
Spend a check and get it right.
No,
man.
I have a
Right.
funny story behind that actually.
What,
So I
behind
had a
what?
client.
Oh.
I had a client, and I had a client, one of my credit counseling clients, and I was working with him for 2 years. Score was all the way up to the 800s. When I started working with him, he was in the 5s. We ain't gonna talk about that, but all the way in the 5s, got him all the way up in the 800s. He wanted to do business credit, which at the time was one thing I didn't know. So I was like, all right, go do you. He was like, I'm gonna work with this guy. Dana, I promise everything's gonna be okay. And I was like, well, I'll research it. We'll figure it out. He's like, no. This guy said he can do it. I said, okay, fine, go ahead. He paid this guy $5,000. Now, mind you, mine was only $100 a month. And I would have researched it. We would have figured it out. He paid this guy $5,000 a month. Came back to me a year later. Please tell me why his score was back in the 500s. Oh, but you want to work with the guy that, and you know the guy was white. You know the guy was white and screwed him over. And I just sat there and I was like, but you want me to do what? No. You want me to give you a discount because we've worked together prior to.
No.
But you just paid him $5,000 and he screwed you over. Now I've got to do way more work
You're
to
correct.
bring your score
Your
all the way
correct
back up.
response should have been yesterday's prices. Are not today's prices.
Oh, you know. Because that took work to get him all the way back up there again.
Right.
But still, this
what
is
I'm
what
talking
I'm
about.
saying.
That's how they do
And
it.
people will come to me and be like, "Oh, well, but your price."
But
Yeah.
your profile.
Yeah.
Exactly, because this is work that I have to do. You're not doing the work, I'm doing the work. What I'm asking of you is nothing compared to the hours that I have to put in.
Yeah.
This is not just a couple hours. This is like, I've got serious months ahead of me looking at your profile.
See,
This is not one or two. This is rounds of things that have to be done.
facts.
So,
and
yeah.
and then one concept that you both mentioned, especially with us operating people of color, operating businesses. One, we need to do it with the spirit of excellence and everything that we do, right? But we also have that's the bottom line. Operate with the spirit of excellence, right? We want to make sure we put our best foot forward when it comes to operating business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Chris said, it's great to say, hey, I got a business, but are you operating at a higher level? You can't charge for you can't ask for more an investment what you haven't invested in yourself. That's number one.
Right.
Right? And you should always strive to be the best. You know what I'm saying? That there's a saying that be so good that they cannot ignore you.
There you go.
Specialize in something, master something, become a pro at something, and give good customer service. And you will
Always.
succeed.
Always.
Yeah, I agree with that big time. And that's what we got, like I said, we just got to do better.
Yeah.
We know better, but we got to definitely do better. Oh, snap. Okay. I just learned something new by accident. Okay, that's how we do it around here. Okay, I was just comments. Here go one of the comments by Lucina Wynn, Carrington Wynn. This is one of her comments that she just said, and we appreciate you for that comment. We do try our best. This is how the wealth has been built. She was talking about how they keep putting insurance and putting it back in, the money back into the pot to open up stuff. So thank you for that. I accidentally hit that, and hey, that's pretty neat. I'm learning this stuff. Yeah, y'all know I'm learning as I go. So, but like I said, we just got to do better. I mean, we know better. We want, and we know what we want to do. And when we do it, we just got to give it 100% and give it great service, great products, and stand behind your products in your store or your business. And don't allow people come in to try to talk you down. If they don't want to pay for the price, tell them to go somewhere else. It's just that simple.
You're not my customer.
Yeah, you ain't a customer, because once you give them one discount, they're going to keep coming back. They always going to want a discount. But like Dana said, you pay him all this money, but you want me to discount when I got to fix the problem that he done for you. Wow.
So true.
That's what I'm talking about. We got to get out of that. We really do. We have to get out of that mind frame and stop doing stuff like that. But, all right, so I love this. I could go on this all night. So, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Let's have a little fun here.
Uh-oh.
This is something, we don't talk about wealth. We don't talk about health. Well, health. I'm going back on health real quick. Dr. Price is coming, sponsored by Keeping the Promise Legacy. So free health and wealth with Dr. Price. Please come check him out on December 10th. Chattanooga, Tennessee off of Turner Boulevard. He will be giving exams, which are $200. I promise you, you will not regret this. And then we're going to have James Smith come up on December the 10th. Also, he will be there with sanitary napkins. Ladies, you really want to come hear both of these people speak, but especially Mr. Smith about the sanitary napkins. This is a product that me and my wife is now standing behind. We are a distributor of this product. We will be selling it, all over, putting it on our websites, stuff, because I think it's a great item that we need to put in a household. And these are not just sanitizing napkins that you have to wear when you're on the cycle, but you can start giving these young ladies, letting them wear this panty liners and pads and stuff at an early age, because it's going to detox the body. It helps detox. So it's one or two things going to happen. their cycle's gonna be less, or they won't have one. But their body will detox when they put these on, and you will stay dry and comfortable. So come check us out December 10th with Dr. Price and Mr. James Smith.
Can I say something on that?
Yes.
You gotta let your wife talk on that.
Oh, she will.
Because you're killing me when you talk about this.
Whatever.
When you're a guy talking about sanitary napkins.
Hey, this.
I mean,
that
I'm
should
not.
show
I'm
you
not. I'm just
how
saying.
passionate they are, because
I
believe in
really
the
want you
product.
to be passionate about that. I really do. I just want Carmen to talk.
Oh, come with me. My wife
really-
will be
I
the
really want
face of it.
Carmen to
That's why she's.
Are they offering it in panty liners?
Yeah, they got panty liners going on
Are
the
there?
website. Yes.
I really want this on panty liners.
Yeah, they
I
got-
really
they got
do want to
everything.
try this out. I'm really excited about this. Really am. I'm really
We
excited
got
about this.
everything up there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you can go on now.
I'm buying it from
Check
Carmen.
it out on my Facebook page. I do have a digital business card on there, and you can hit my wife up, Carmen Ward, on Facebook. If you want to know more information, we can pass that on to you. But this is a great product. Also, you can find Dr. Price on Facebook. I think it is Lamar Edward Price is on Facebook, and he's also on Instagram, Dynamic Solution. So you can find these guys on there, or you can go to my here on the Colorful Thought Podcast on YouTube and find the latest video with Dr. Lamar Price. I will be having Mr. James Smith come on in a couple of days to talk about the sanitized napkins, and he's going to be bringing the products and where you can buy it also. Here on December the 10th, in a couple of days, we will be live. So now, since we got that out of the way, we always, we don't always talk about money and health, what we just spoke. Oh, in this crew, we have fun too. We have a lot of, advice, not only just on that, but we like to kind of give a man point of view and a woman point of view. And this is what Colorful Thought podcast is all about. Even about, relationships and, how the difference between a man and a woman loves, and why do women think they have to change us to have a great relationship, and why do a man feel like, sometimes he needs more than one woman. So it's a lot of stuff into this that
Oh, Jesus be offense.
that's out there that a lot of people don't talk about. But so I'm gonna go with this one. Me and my wife talked about it a few times, and this panel's talked about it a few times, the difference between how a man and a woman love. I feel a woman don't allow us sometimes, most of the women don't allow us men to love the way we know how to love. And then some of us don't know how to, but it seems like it's harder for a man sometimes to show feelings because we've been raised different, to show those feelings, to suck it up, stop crying, get on, stand back up, dust off, and go on by your business, keep it up, man up. So when we get to that certain age and find a woman, we know we love her, we know we care for her, but it's hard to show her because first time you soft, you need, my little son harder than you, so.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, but a woman loves different, but y'all are emotional creatures. Some of y'all get too emotional. Yeah, y'all
Hey.
love said,
Watch it.
Yeah, love said it's like,
Watch it.
yeah, wear your hearts on your sleeve
Watch
so
it.
much that when it get broken, then you're mad at us. And then you make us pay for what the last man did.
Ooh.
That's
I hate
not
that.
all of us.
No, we know.
It is coming.
And some of us were raised to suck it up. Some of us were raised like we were boys.
Right. I believe that. I believe that. But majority of, I'm going to talk about my experience.
Go ahead.
Majority of the women in my past, my relationships, except the first marriage, but the second marriage and relationships in my past failed because they was making me pay for what another man done. I could never get a woman to give me a clean slate, let me mess up, and let me get judged by my mistakes and not for someone else's mistakes. So that was the biggest problem that I was having in my past relationship because of that. And my last marriage was the ultimate. I paid for everybody's mistakes. I paid for mistakes I didn't know people had made. You know what I'm saying? That had nothing to do with me, all because they made a comment to me. Or it was crazy. But at the same time, she could turn around and say, I know you love me, but you're going to crucify me at the same time. That's crazy.
It's confusion.
It is. So, I mean, Daniel,
Yep.
you're a woman. You're the woman on the panel here.
Yep.
And any woman out there, if y'all can hear, y'all want to call in, please call in. That's right. Scared money don't make no money. And it's the same way with love. If you want to be loved, you have to first love yourself.
Oh,
And
That is
if you
a
don't love yourself,
very
then
true statement.
if you don't love yourself, then hey, you can't love nobody else. And that's the biggest problem that we'll have. A lot of people think, and listen, it's a difference in between loving somebody and in love with somebody.
That is a true
It
statement.
is a big. Love. You can love everybody. I love everybody on this panel. I tell my crew I love them. I don't have no problem telling another man I love them because I know who I am. I love that man or that woman because of the person that they are and what they bring into my life. I'm going to show that and express that, but I don't say it to everybody. So if you hear me say that, then damn it, I tell you, it's the truth. It is. It ain't nothing about being homo, all that bullshit. I ain't got to say that behind it because I know I'm not that. So I know he's not that. But
Facts.
but that's the problem with us. One, we misuse the word a lot now, but we at the same time we don't understand. We all love each other in some kind of way, and sometimes I feel not like once again we're not talking about all women. We're just saying most of the women, y'all love hard. Y'all do. I get it.
Yeah.
Women love hard.
Yeah.
But you love so hard that you want to
Suffocate.
overlook a lot of stuff, which is to me is wrong. And then once that man has done something wrong to hurt you, then you keep carrying it on to the next relationship. And I'm not saying us guys we are 100% good and we don't mess up also, but damn, can y'all cut us a little slack sometimes? Because I'm good now.
Grace.
But, I'm just saying the panel and people out there, we like to talk about this stuff. And so let's talk about it, Who loves the best? And who loves the worst? And who cheats the worst? So, that's another debate. Who cheats the most, the women or the man?
Really?
So, there's a lot of stuff in this. I want to talk about.
All right.
So, where are we going to start at?
Okay.
Let's start with
All
the
right.
love part. 'Cause
Okay.
That's the
All right.
problem.
First of all, it's not a matter of who loves the best, who loves the worst.
Okay.
It's a matter of
Speak on it.
you love yourself?
Right.
Do you know your worth? Do you trust yourself? And I don't mean do you trust yourself as in do you trust yourself to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. No, I mean, do you trust yourself to make the right decision for yourself? When
I
it
think
comes
everybody
to
trusts themselves to make the right decision.
No,
So,
no,
okay,
you
so-
don't. No, because some people, if you are not mentally in the right place, if you have not mentally healed from previous relationships, then you don't trust yourself to make
Okay.
those right choices for the next relationship. Because I can't go into, and we all know I'm single, so I'm in the dating world, and God knows that's a headache all in itself.
Oh, you're dating right now?
I just seen you with a guy
Right.
about a couple days ago. So
Who was that?
Who was that?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
yeah,
Who
Now
was
you
I
see
with?
me.
yeah. So
I thought-
so I think
Let's speak on this. Shoot.
so women with multiple million. Let's talk about it.
I swear,
are you done?
after this, me and you, so
See, that's
it's
the
about
Dana.
to be
See,
a
that's the
boxing
Dana I know.
round
Right.
for real. Really? You gonna try to make it look like? Okay,
Let's-
we're not
let's-
even gonna talk.
So
about
you
that. That's
single,
after.
so-
That's after this.
So you okay? She says she's single.
She's single, so shout out to everybody out there. I think she's marketing herself. That's a 101 marketing.
I
tip.
s-
How can the people get in contact with the single?
That's
ladies?
not gonna happen.
Oh,
This is
okay.
not what's her face's program. That we're not even gonna go
Oh,
there.
I was say you don't want to leave an email or
No.
we trying to help you.
Anyway,
Shoot.
so you have to be able to. I don't even remember where I was going. Anyway, we're just gonna go from here. Cause you two always do this to
All right,
me. So
okay,
stop
well,
your
I'll pick it
nonsense.
up. I'll pick it up so you can actually.
Stop.
Thank
No,
you,
because
Dr.
I'm not
Johnson.
done. I'm not done.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
not done. I'm not done. If you have not healed from the previous relationship, you should not be trying to get into another relationship
Okay.
because you will make somebody else suffer.
Oh yes.
And when I say suffer, I mean you could literally destroy somebody who's coming in that wants to be loved, that needs to be loved. You know, they're coming in with an open heart and a clean slate. They have healed from their past.
Right.
Okay? I can't make you suffer for what somebody else did to me. That was them. That was them. This is you. I don't know you. We're trying to figure out whether or not we're going to be together. This is the correct relationship for us. Okay? If you say something, you do something, that's a conversation that we need to have. If I have to have this conversation with you over and over again, then obviously this is not going to work. This is not working out. We just need to, this is not going to work out. I've tried, I've spoken to you. This is not working. And it's a mature thing. It's an adult thing. And we need to go. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you and say, oh, this has been done to me before. Da, 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 da. I can't do that to you. That's just not the way this goes. That's dating damaged and unhealed.
Facts. So with that said, everyone needs to understand what makes you whole, what makes you healed, right? Go through that process. It's a process. You have to do the work. Like you do the work as we do to work on finances, to work on your physical body, but what are you doing for your mental body?
Right.
One thing that I do, I actually go to counseling, right? And that's a stigma about men of color not going
Crazy?
counseling.
You gotta go.
Huh?
You went crazy?
No, I never went
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
No,
I just
no.
I didn't know which counsel you was on.
A therapist. I have a therapist. I actually talk to it, right?
Okay.
So the question posed was about love, right? Number one, love is subjective. It's amazing how we can say one word. Two people can say one word but have different meanings. I
Very
think there's a
true.
reason why the book 5 Love Languages is out, right? Because some women, a lot of opportunists, millennials out here, their love language is money, buy me things.
Yes.
gifts.
Yes.
Somebody else might be time. Then somebody else
Yes.
might be touch. Then might be words of affirmation, right?
Yes.
So understanding it's a subjective. You have different definitions. You have to become on one accord. What does love look like to you? Let me tell you. So don't love me how you want to love me. I'm telling you what is love to me,
Yes.
right? So one that brings it back to what communication. You got to be able to communicate.
Communication. I was waiting for that word to pop up. Yes.
So
I
yeah,
so was.
Yeah, so we got to be able to communicate, because if you buy me all these gifts, I'm like, oh man, that's dope. I go get my own stuff. I don't like gifts, doesn't do it for me, right? You know, I might want the touch, I might want the time. So it's important to understand, to love that person how they want to be loved, and it's also it's important to whatever you ask for. Like a lot of men, what do we ask for? Peace.
Right. Oh, got peace.
But then I go ahead and challenge the men. Are you a peaceful man?
Thank
Do
you.
you have peace within?
Thank you.
So a woman can make me peaceful. She can add to my peace, and she should add to my peace. So yet again, if I'm going into a situation, I'm going in whole, right?
Right.
I'm going into it whole physically, financially, mentally, and spiritually. And then if a woman disrupts that, that's not the woman for me.
Facts.
But yet again, I took time. You have to take time for yourself, right? And it's a process. Like when it comes to expressing men expressing their emotions, you want us to do something that we were never taught. And guess what? A lot of women ain't a safe space.
It's true.
So
That's true.
if you're not safe, how do you expect me to be vulnerable and it's not safe? One of the worst things, the hardest thing a man can do is be vulnerable, right?
God knows that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Chris mentioned, like if I tell you something about me, will you look at me less of a man because it's hurt me?
Right.
And I'm emotional. But then when I'm too hard, I'm too gangster, that's a problem too.
Cold hearted there.
Yeah, then I'm cold blooded now.
I've been on both sides of that coin. I oh, now I'm cold-hearted, but damn, I told you, you just said I was soft.
Yeah,
And then you embarrassed me by talking about your son harder than me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's the game they play.
Yeah. So it's a catch-22. So
Yeah.
ladies, and Chris made a great point, emotional, right? And he said, key, overly emotional, right? It's okay to be emotional. We all have emotions.
Right.
But it's what you do with those emotions. Because a lot of times when we're over-emotional, you become irrational, right? So you'll do and say things that you don't even mean.
But can I say something?
And that's a bad thing.
And I'm gonna just disrupt everything.
Uh-oh, here she comes.
But go ahead.
So this won't make a whole lot of sense.
One more time. All right.
Oh! As soon as this is over, oh my God, as soon as this is over. But the thing about it is too, and this won't make sense to you too, but what I will say is, if you want to have that type of level, then you also have to be the one to pursue the woman. Don't let the woman pursue you. Because if she pursues you, she dominates that relationship.
Okay. So
Because I find that sensitive when a woman chase me.
Yeah, but
but
see, here's the thing.
I
Here's
like
the
that.
thing. Here's the thing.
I
here's
feel
the
like she
thing.
knows what she wants.
Ooh.
Yeah, she does know what she wants. She knows exactly what she wants. But then you want to challenge her on her position in the relationship. You can't challenge her on her position of the relationship if she had to be the one to make the moves. If she had to be the one to come for you.
That's an initiation to begin the
It's
attraction.
Right.
Yeah, but
We can
if you
establish the
go
rules,
back
yeah.
and you look, y'all are supposed to be the one to pursue us. You're supposed to be
No,
the
I
one to
don't
court
think so. I
us.
think that's some made up stuff for them people.
Yeah, but see that
Love.
there's a level of trust there. There's a level of trust there. You want the woman to trust you. She trusts you because you came for her. You didn't come for her, her friends, and everybody else. You put the center on
I kind of
her.
like them friends.
Oh, yeah. Hey, my girl got a girlfriend.
yeah.
But listen.
You know you gotta go home tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
You do know you
I'm
gotta
not
go
talking
home
about now.
tomorrow.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
my past.
She's speaking
I
from
hope.
respect.
Yeah.
I hope.
Wow. Hey, baby.
Carmen, get him.
Hey,
Get him,
love.
girl. Get him. Just get him
You
for
know
me.
I'm talking
girl.
about my past.
Get him. Get him. Don't worry, I got your back. You know I got your back, girl. I will get him.
How can we kick somebody off the podcast, Chris?
You can't. You can't.
Like this.
Do what you want to.
Hey, I love this, but it's almost that time,
Yep.
y'all. Hey, I appreciate both of y'all for coming on. This was a great podcast. I think we're going to have to do it again. We might just have to be in different locations, but I would love to get us back on this open mic again and go a little deeper in some other stuff. But
Yep.
the first 2 hours or the first hour and 57 minutes was great. We appreciate y'all coming out once again. Colorful Thought Podcast. We out here. We trying to make moves. Keeping the Promise Legacy Foundation is promoting a event. So please come check us out. December the 10th. It's gonna be great. With Dr. Price, it's gonna be great with James Smith. I'm definitely gonna have him on the podcast coming up here pretty soon. So I think in a couple of days, so I'm gonna get him to come on. But I appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for all the comments that we got. I've learned something new by making a mistake and touching one, so it is all good. Now, I have learned this stuff slow. So I'm gonna have this thing on point after a while. But we're gonna be able to have videos, feeds, and stuff coming in and everything and all that. But here we go. But hey, thank you for coming out. And Colorful Thought, we will see y'all later. Oops. That was a good one. Well, oh, that was fun. I like that. Shit, we need to do this more often.
We're still recording. We're still recording.
No, that burger. It's all good. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, we sure will.